Line up. Jacques, you go first. Everyone's got one shot. Anyone makes a half-court shot, we're done. Here we go. Come on.
For most NBA teams, the rise to the league's upper echelon is an arduous journey. For the Minnesota Timberwolves, however, it has been more of a joyride. At least that's how it seemed. In the fall of 1996, 19-year-old Stephon Marbury joined 20-year-old Kevin Garnett and 26-year-old Tom Gugliotta. The trio instantly made the T-Wolves into one of the most exciting young teams in the league.
Okay. Single double, nice step in by Coach. Gugliotta in transition, goes for Marbury, taps it for Garnett. Oh, what a pass! The crowd is on their feet.
KG about to turn it up.
Marbury dribbles with the left hand. He's atop the circle, working on Irvin Johnson. Baseline, Garnett is there.
Yeah, they come out hooting and hollering a lot, and they do both have a lot of energy, and we are a high-energy team. We like to run, we get excited.
Keep dynamite, lit the fuse.
Me and Kevin, we get grooves up, we get him going, and then once he start getting going, and that's when me and Kevin start going.
Gugliotta, look at the fight. Oh, what a play. You're talking about a man who's at work. Tommy G has checked in tonight, baby.
They would cap their first season together by earning the first playoff appearance in franchise history. And even being swept by the Houston Rockets was considered merely a temporary setback.
I try to explain to our players, we really hadn't accomplished anything. You know, we haven't won a playoff game yet. But even from the perspective of our fans in town, it was like we accomplished a lot. And the expectations rose drastically.
And as the Wolves stumbled at the start of this season, those expectations became a heavy burden.
We were playing bad. We were losing a lot of close games by 1 and 2 points. And as a young team, you don't want a young team to lose confidence.
They'll get it to Robinson. He can win it. He missed it. And they made it. Just before the buzzer, San Antonio wins it.
Suddenly, no one was talking about the Wolves' bright future. Instead, they waited for this young team to come apart.
A very disconcerting loss for the Timberwolves, who did not look good again. This is their 5th consecutive loss.
We haven't really been playing real well, coming out flat. I mean, it's real frustrating right now.
But the Timberwolves were less vulnerable than their ages might imply. In 1992, Tom Gugliotta had been drafted 6th overall by Washington, where he was expected to be a mainstay. But by his 3rd season, he had already been traded twice.
You know, the harsh reality of this business hit me very early. It certainly made me grow up a little bit. And looking back, I'm glad everything happened the way it did, because I think I learned a lot, not only basketball-wise, least of all probably basketball-wise.
When Kevin Garnett became the first player in over 20 years to jump from high school to the pros, he suddenly found himself the object of national attention.
People on the street knew who I was. I was on magazines, so it's like I was getting stuff that I thought that I should be learning when I'm 25, 26.
And Stephon Marbury, well, he had lived with scrutiny as far back as he can remember.
When I was around 8 years old, that's when people start taking notice of me. You know, whereas you have regular 8-year-olds that just want to run around, you know, and play tag. I grew up around pressure. I grew up playing in pressure. You know, it was always a part of my life.
So this season, when other teams might have unraveled, the young Wolves banded together.
We just kept telling each other, you know, sticking there, hanging there. Come on, baby, come on. It's all right. Come on, we'll get through it. Finally, gradually, slowly came out of it.
Rebounding from their slow start, Minnesota is once again one of the league's hottest teams.
Gugliotta got it! Gugliotta with the game winner! Gugliotta!
Overtime, the young Minnesota Timberwolves growing up with each and every game.
I think sometimes it's just a competitive business that you start looking at wins and losses as, you know, your own barometer, but the situation is probably different. It's really the wins and losses plus a lot of the personal growth, and then collectively the growth of our teams.
And perhaps that's what is most remarkable about these Timberwolves, their ability to grow on and off the court and still make it all seem like a joyride.
I think right now, you know, the big three is Tom's driving, I'm in the back, and Steph's in the passenger side. And we just going. Not looking back, we just going. Going to the future.
And the Timberwolves' journey appears to be right on course because they're off to the best start in team history. The key now for Minnesota is keeping their young trio together. The three of them could also use a nickname. They've been called the Big Three, but that's not very catchy, so Kevin Garnett came up with TMG. He says the G is for Garnett, the M is for Marbury, and the T is for Gugliotta. So actually, it should be GMG. Or how about TKS for Tom, Kevin, and Stephon? How about just them? Maybe not. Anyway, coming up, we'll look at another team on the rise, the New Jersey Nets. Stay tuned.